various illnesses, some life-threatening, others extremely painful and very difficult to recover from.
I have memories of her when she just found out and told us. I remember knowing before she knew that she was sick.
Close to 20 years ago, when we told the children that Susan had cancer, which was a deeply emotional moment for all of us, and one where we all felt scared, as she did.
I was horrified that she was gonna leave, and I remember feeling like, if she dies, then I'm gonna die too. When she was going through chemo the first time, this lady who was so sick, but she was so strong, she was so stoic for us. We'd never know if you didn't intuitively know.
But the thing that was hard to accept was when one of my daughters said, having been asked, "How do you feel about this?" She said, "How should I feel? My mom's always been in the hospital."
Just crawling into bed with her to do my homework was really normal. I didn't see it as there's something wrong with her that she's not there. It was just when I come home and I want to see Mom, I just crawl into bed with her. And she always said it was us that was her reason to live, you know, in a sense. Like, I think she always wanted to be a mom, but I don't think she ever really knew who she was until she got sick. And then it was all about really finding herself and learning how to find her wings and how to fly. And I remember her telling my dad, you know, it's my time to fly and you've got to stay on the ground and let me fly. And, you know, otherwise this isn't going to work.
Susan dealt with this illness with the strength of a lion. And she came through it, a changed person, and forever changed, but much stronger and committed to helping people. The second time was the one that was the most fearful, because we felt it's come back, and each time something happens, we're always a little more concerned.
You know, this is like something that I think she's just had to deal with over and over and over again, and each time she keeps choosing life with such strength and such fervor that there's no way that somebody like that couldn't live.
When she had her lung removed, and just 1 year later, we all went to the Grand Canyon, the Carson family and ourselves. And we went down the Grand Canyon, and we were a little concerned about how Susan would make it on the way back. Well, we were in the dust, and she was up 45 minutes before all of us. And that's on one lung.
She's celebrating her life, not just living. She did things that were superhuman to get better, and now she's helping other people to do that. I think sometimes we choose the work that we need to do in our lives for ourselves, and without knowing it, I guess she chose to work with people who were sick or dying far before she ever got sick.
Got a core in her of such tremendous strength that she has used for herself, to cure herself, to give herself a positive attitude, and by extension, with her training and her knowledge and the beauty that she possesses, she's been able to extend that strength to give other people a sense of purpose and drive to live or to die graciously, and to be able to manage the process.
I think that's really what my mom does. She kind of stands at that gate, and if it's about living life, I think she'll hold that person's hand for a while and say, okay, how are you going to walk this life? And then if it's about living death, then she's really helped so many people go through that process.
She also was looked upon by some of the people in the medical profession as alternative care therapy or complementary care was all witchcraft and shouldn't be brought to the hospital. And yet today she sits at the tumor board, giving the psychosocial side and giving input and sitting as an equal with the doctors and others at the table with value and being able to provide a better insight into patients.
Being faced with death, it was really important for her to make us feel like we could be independent and that we could find our own way in the world. And so we all really did that from a young age. I mean, in some ways, it made us grow up maybe too fast in some ways. But I think in the end it was really good for all of us because we became really strong, independent women and really able and capable of taking care of ourselves. She's a superstar. You know, she fought so hard and she's done everything under the sun, and she continues to make sure that she stays healthy and strong and can be there, you know, to meet my kids' kids. She's all about the love. I think anyone that meets her will know that. So I hope to be the same thing for my little girl. Just thank you for fighting. My kids needed to know, and it's crazy because to know her for them was to love her immediately. Like they're goo goo gaga for their buddy.
I think she's had a life today and for many years to come that is based on strength, not on weakness. Her body may have been frail from time to time, but her emotions and her mind are strong and will drive her to the finish line.
We have to remember that life has never ever been about what happens to you. Life is what you do with what happens to you. Look around. Grab everything that you can. Go to your friends, your family, your community. Everything you can, take it in so that you can make sure that you live the absolute best life